Hello and welcome everyone. Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Adam Cellini. Breaking news tonight, just a few minutes ago, we have learned that Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey Circus will be performing its last show ever later this year. Kenneth Feld, the chairman and CEO of Feld Entertainment, who owns the circus, saying the decision to shut down the circus is the result of declining attendance combined with high operating costs. The final show will be on May 21st. The touring circuses will perform a total of 30 shows over the next 4 months. The Feld family employs around 500 people, the company promising to help those employees with job placement. New homes will also be found for the animals, and the company will continue operating the Center for Elephant Conservation. And while the announcement of the circus closing was made earlier today, and is just devastating news for Sarasota, a more cheery event taking place out on St. Armand Circle, the Circus Ring of Fame, inducting its newest members. The ceremony featuring a circus concert band of over 60 performers ringing in this year's class, which included a stunning sword balancer, wire walkers, aerialists, and many other talented individuals.
The circus is a universal entertainment, form of entertainment. And there are certain people over the years who've meant an awful lot to the circus. This is a way to really single out and honor them.
The induction ceremony for the foundation began 30 years ago. Inductees are nominated and then voted into the Ring of Fame. Well, protesters gathering in Bradenton earlier today to speak out against the proposed expansion of Mosaic's Wingate mine. The phosphate mining company made headlines in September when a massive sinkhole dumped millions of gallons of toxic wastewater into the aquifer. ABC 7's Kate Flexter tells us what's worrying some of the people who live near the Wingate mine.
Just hours ago, dozens of protesters gathered right here in downtown Bradenton, hoping to gain enough momentum to stop that expansion. The signs read "Planet over Profits" as activists took to the streets Saturday in protest of the Mosaic Corporation, a phosphate mining company.
But it's not just the land that's affected, it's the whole habitat.
If a corporation is doing something that's going to harm our environment and ultimately us, that shouldn't be happening.
Mosaic made national headlines in September when an employee discovered a sinkhole at its Mulberry location. The sinkhole, 45 feet in diameter, dumped 215 million gallons of what the company says is slightly radioactive water into the aquifer.
I was shocked because I didn't think that a sinkhole can happen so close to us.
Tracy Dang owns property near Mosaic's Wingate phosphate mine in Manatee County. The company is asking the county to expand that site by 3,600 acres, an expansion that would put mining not miles but feet away from her property.
16 feet. We share a culvert, and that's why I am so concerned.
Dang says the vast majority of residents in the area use well water and worry about the potential impacts on water quality.
Water is life. So how do you protect that if you don't have county water or city water?
But Mosaic and Florida's Department of Environmental Protection insist there's no impact on drinking water. At the sinkhole site, DEP has taken 91 samples since the incident and says there's no evidence of off-site movement or threat to off-site groundwater supplies. As for the Wingate location, at the time, Mosaic said, "We have received questions from folks in Manatee about water safety in regards to the sinkhole. Mosaic wants to assure our neighbors who live near our Wingate mine operations their water remains safe."
And if we don't get it, shut it down.
Still, though, the concern remains, along with plans to fight this local expansion until the end. The final public hearing will be held on January 26th. Many protesters saying this could be the last chance to block that expansion. For now in Bradenton, Kate Flexter, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
All right, thank you, Kate. Now on to an update on a homicide investigation from earlier this week. Manatee County detectives now arresting 2 young men. Wednesday, a body was found severely beaten at the intersection of 58th Avenue East and 21st Street East in Bradenton. 20-year-old Barry Bear and 18-year-old Alexander Turner were arrested later that day after detectives found the 2 men driving the victim's stolen car. Bear told deputies that he had been picked up by the victim, Sarasota resident Holland Adrian, who then made sexual advances on him. Bear then told investigators he pulled out a knife and stabbed Adrian in the neck before striking him 40 to 45 times in the head with a hammer. The sheriff's office has charged Bear with murder, and Turner is still being held for violating probation, while the sheriff's office says additional charges could be pending. A fundraising event this evening bringing in community members and a few big names in an effort to raise money and awareness. The Trinity Without Borders Foundation holding a fundraiser at Robbins Apartments, formerly the Knights Inn near downtown Bradenton. The event was an effort to boost support for those in need. A local world heavyweight boxing champion also lending his support to the cause.
The concept with Trinity Without Borders is to live, learn, and earn. You know, a lot of people need the right helping hand so they can better themselves and show that there's people out there that care, not to give a hand out, but give a helping hand out.
The charity works alongside local groups to help lower-income families by giving them a support system, assisting with paperwork, housing, and job support. Robbins Apartments is a part of an affordable housing plan implemented by Travis Vengroff, son of Harvey Vengroff, who are both working to create more affordable housing on the Sun Coast. Well, it's a beautiful day outside for welcoming any low-income apartments or any fundraisers of all kinds. Let's head over to Wendy Ross for a first look at that weather today. Wendy?
And Adam, this is a holiday weekend, so a lot of people get another day off as well, and this weekend is not going to disappoint. We've got temperatures right now in the upper 60s and some cloud cover out there. Winds are coming in out of the east, and you can see a couple of showers along the east coast. They just haven't really made their way over here to the west coast, so we only had about a 10% chance of rain for today, and we may have had a passing shower earlier in the day, but that's been about it. Throughout the overnight time period, we're going to be seeing some patchy fog developing, and that takes place beginning at around 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. It should all dissipate by about 9 o'clock, and we're going to be left with plenty of sunshine to start off the morning hours tomorrow. And we'll let you know what the rest of this holiday weekend brings. We've got that forecast coming up in just a few minutes. Adam? Well,
the Sarasota County, thank you, Wendy. The Sarasota County Sheriff is warning the public about traveling thieves that come to Florida during the winter months to take advantage of unsuspecting members of the community. Sarasota County Sheriff Tom Knight says these types of criminals typically prey on the elderly, and their appearance can be deceiving.
When you don't recognize them, they're unknown to you, then speak to them through the door and see what they're there for and what they're asking. And then you need to excuse them from your property and contact us so we can get into that neighborhood and make contact with them.
The Sheriff's Office say they will continue to try and make the public aware of this threat, as well as educating local community groups. Well, still to come here on ABC 7, a funeral for a police officer in Orlando today while the hunt continues for the fugitive accused of killing 3. Plus 3, 2, 1 liftoff. The Falcon 9 taking off following a fiery accident just months ago.
At SWC Properties, we pride ourselves in providing to you the very best in customer satisfaction, and the secret's getting out. Maybe that's why so many people have chosen to list their homes with our friendly and qualified agents. After all, it only makes sense to list with a growing agency that markets in so many places. To list your home with SWC, give us a call at our office and ask for Kimberly King.
Thanks to my volunteer, I am a better reader.
Thanks to my volunteer, math seems simple now.
Thanks to my volunteer, I discovered new career goals.
I'm a volunteer for Sarasota County Schools, so I know I can make a difference. And you can too. Give an hour, change a life.
It's fine that other people like you. It's more important that you like yourself. And I'm comfortable with every part of me. Meals on Wheels coming to my door as someone who's housebound assures me that I'm not forgotten. They care that I'm okay. My name is Asha Ida Bell. America, let's do lunch.
Drop off a hot meal and say hello. Volunteer by donating your lunch break at americaletsdolunch.org.
Man, he used to hang out with us.
Yeah, and then he just stopped. I hope he's gonna be okay.
1 in 5 of us has a mental health condition, but emotional pain can be hard to spot and harder to talk about. Learn the 5 signs of emotional suffering. If you see 1 or more signs in someone you care about, reach out, connect, and offer to help.
Megan, come sit with us.
And our answers from
Visit changedirection.org.
Check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com, your guide to the foodie lifestyle. ABC7's own Chef Judy serves up her favorite recipes, cooking tips and trends, dining blogs, step-by-step videos, and Suncoast Restaurant Guide. You'll find it all at mysuncoast.com/dining.
What does it mean when New South Window says Factory Direct?
It means we have a factory.
It means we eliminate the middleman.
It means you get an award-winning, energy-efficient window at factory direct prices.
Plus, New South windows are made in Florida.
Port Florida Home.
By Florida workers.
Because we know Florida weather.
Right now, buy 2 windows, get the 3rd free, plus our lifetime warranty. New South Window, we manufacture, we install, we guarantee. Call now.
Earlier today, Florida's Republican and Democratic parties met 2 miles apart in Orlando to elect a new state chair to lead their organizations. On the Republican side, local state committeeman Christian Ziegler was 80 votes short in his attempt to unseat incumbent Blaise Ingoglia as chair of the Republican Party of Florida. Also, Michael Barnett of Palm Beach will take over as vice chair for Joe Gruters, our local House representative who also ran Donald Trump's Florida campaign. Florida Republicans are riding high from the November election, taking control of the state House and Senate. And of course, Trump won the valuable swing state, the first time a Republican has done so in years. Now, on the other side, Florida Democrats hitting new lows this fall and are desperate for a change. Stephen Battelle has been chosen as their new state party chair over 4 other candidates. Battelle is a longtime mega donor of the Democratic Party from the Miami area and also a successful developer. Family, friends, and police are giving their final goodbyes to an officer gunned down by a murder suspect in Orlando. Funeral ceremonies for Master Sergeant Deborah Clayton taking place this afternoon. Her colleagues say she was killed by Markeith Lloyd after she recognized him near a Walmart on Monday. Among other things, she is remembered for trying to mend fences between police and black communities in Orlando. A sheriff's deputy was also killed in a vehicle crash while looking for Lloyd after his attack on Clayton. And Lloyd was wanted for allegedly killing his pregnant girlfriend last month, and he is still on the run. SpaceX has launched a Falcon 9 rocket for the first time since a fireball engulfed a similar rocket on a Florida launch pad more than 4 months ago. The 2-stage rocket lifting off from Vandenberg Air Force Base in California today to place 10 satellites into orbit. About 9 minutes later, the first stage returned to Earth and landed successfully on a barge in the Pacific Ocean. SpaceX officials say they have identified and addressed all possible causes of that September accident. Tonight, while we are in paradise, winter weather alerts are in effect across a dozen states and sending road travel into a tailspin. ABC's Ariel Reshef has a story.
Even giant rigs reduced to wreckage in the ice storm's freezing grasp. On I-40 in Oklahoma, the slick roads causing multiple accidents, claiming the life of a driver when his truck slid into oncoming traffic. The force of the crash tearing the cab from its trailer.
And a car next to me panics. They hit their brakes hard and they sideswipe me, and then I start spinning.
In Wichita, freezing rain and ice causing this 20-car chain reaction crash.
I could just see every single car that was coming to hit me. My airbag deployed, and then my head got whacked in the steering wheel like 5 different times.
As ice builds up on roads and windshields, the accidents pile up. Though trucks are out treating the roads, many remain treacherous. Thousands are without power and heat.
It was pretty rough, you know, you just break out all the camping gear, man, and just the camping stove and just have fun with the family.
Shoppers are stocking up.
To the left and to the right, there is practically nothing on the shelves, like all the bacon was gone.
The state of emergency in Missouri almost costing this bride her wedding day.
We just didn't even know what to do. Like, I was in shock at first, and then I definitely cried it out.
Lucky for Lindsay, in the end, she made it down the aisle. Even this flag was left clenched in a frozen grip. Ice storm warnings stretch from the Texas Panhandle all the way up to Illinois. On Sunday, the threat of freezing rain from I-40 north to I-70. Ariel Reshef, ABC News, New York.
And here on the Sun Coast, what, almost 80 degrees today?
Oh my gosh, we got up to a high of 81 today.
Oh
I mean,
my
it's
gosh.
just been great here.
Sorry.
And so you appreciate why everybody's clogging the roadways, right? Because
Yeah.
it's just so great to be here right now. We've been so much warmer than we should be. We're supposed to be 71. We did get up to a high of 81 degrees today. And our overnight low was a lot more comfortable than it's supposed to be as well. So we continue to see this warm weather. And it's a holiday weekend, so it's going to be great to continue with this warm weather all through the weekend. If you have plans to go to the beach tomorrow, it's going to be another great day. We are looking at temperatures that manage to climb up into the 70s and 80s just about anywhere you happen to go across the state of Florida. And this is what our high temperatures looked like. We saw lots of 81s along the coastline, and then as you moved farther inland, we saw some 80s and upper 70s. And we're going to see pretty much the same thing once again tomorrow. So 67 degrees right now. We have mostly cloudy conditions. Dew point starting to creep up, so is the humidity. The winds coming in out of the east at around 8 miles per hour. And right now, temperatures are mostly in the 50s to our north, and then 60s, and then some 70s across the southern part of the state right now. We do have mostly fair to partly cloudy skies at this hour, but we're going to start to cloud up a little bit more. And as you can see, we've got temperatures now that are getting closer to that 50-degree mark, especially as you move farther to the east. And we are expecting to bottom out tonight with our temperatures mostly in the upper 50s and some low 60s. So right now, we've got a couple of showers still taking place along the east coast, and these are all being brought in by a high-pressure system that is a firm grip on the state of Florida. So we're not looking at showers developing for the overnight time period right here across west central Florida, because we've got so much dry air that's situated right here across central and south Florida. This is in the upper levels of the atmosphere, so it's really not allowing the wet weather to form. And so once again tomorrow, even though we've got some showers along the east coast trying to make their way to the west coast, they're going to have a hard time forming. So we've only got about a 20% chance of rain in our forecast for tomorrow, and Monday is looking very good as well. So we've got this high pressure system. This is the one that's really taking hold on us. It's providing us the warmer than usual weather that we've been getting, and it's also keeping that rain away from us. Most of the wet weather is well to our north and staying there. So we've got mild temperatures over the next several days. We've got a foggy start to the day once again tomorrow morning, just as we saw this morning, and just a slight chance of rain with only a 20% chance in the forecast. It's going to be great if you want to head out to the beach. Winds will be out of the northeast at around 10 knots, and it's going to be absolutely beautiful. This is what we can expect for the rest of this week. Adam?
We're getting into the teeth of the NFL playoffs, the highlights when we return.
At SWC Properties, we pride ourselves in providing to you the very best in customer satisfaction, and the secret's getting out. Maybe that's why so many people have chosen to list their homes with our friendly and qualified agents. After all, it only makes sense to list with a growing agency that markets in so many places. To list your home with SWC, give us a call at our office and ask for Teresa Witt.
If you want 24/7 access to ABC7's breaking news stories, weather forecasts, traffic alerts, health reports, Suncoast View, and more ABC7 programming, now there's good news. Introducing the free ABC7 channel on Amazon Fire TV. Your 24/7 access to ABC7. Just search ABC7 on the streaming device and download the free ABC7 channel app. Or if you don't have an Amazon Fire TV, you can get one at Amazon.com.
I am a veteran. My victory was finding the strength to be a champion.
My victory is having a job I can be proud of.
At DAV, we help veterans get the benefits they've earned.
My victory was finishing my education.
My victory was getting help to put our lives back together.
DAV provides veterans with a lifetime of support.
My victory is being there for my family.
Help us support more victories for veterans. Go to DAV.org.
It's Tampa's most exclusive event of the year, and you're invited. The Morgan Auto Group Charity Polo Classic is back Saturday, February 25th at DI Polo Tour in Plant City. One unforgettable day of luxury and sport with cuisine from Tampa Bay's finest restaurants. Plus, every ticket sold helps a local charity, including the Children's Cancer Center, Ryan Neese Foundation, Close to Kids, and Morgan Auto Group's Helping Hand Fund. Don't miss the Morgan Auto Group Charity Polo Classic. Visit charitypoloclassic.com for tickets and information.
Monday at 4 on Suncoast View.
'Tis the season to sniffle and sneeze. I'm Stephanie Roberts on Suncoast View. Flu season is in full swing and cases are on the rise in our area. We'll ask Dr. Jenny what works and what doesn't to keep us from getting sick. Our favorite daredevil, Bello, is back, and we never know what he is up to. Plus, great shopping deals on St. Armand Circle, and Spice and Tea Exchange is in the kitchen.
Monday at 4 on Suncoast View.
I'm Alan Cohn. Progress and problems in race relations. Trump is preparing to take office. What changes can we expect under his leadership?
Monday on ABC 7 News at 7. Your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Gold fever has once again swept the nation. And everyone is rushing to Florida to strike it doubly rich. Introducing the $5 million Gold Rush Doubler. We're doubling cash prizes for over $752 million in payouts. And 36 prizes from $1 million to $5 million. The Florida Gold Rush is on. The Florida Lottery, just imagine. Now, sports.
Only 8 teams are left in the hunt for the Lombardi Trophy. 2 games tonight, deciding which 2 teams continue on to the championship round. We start in Atlanta, where Russell Wilson and the Seahawks look to dethrone Matty Ice and the red-hot Falcons. Second quarter, bad luck for Wilson. Seattle's quarterback falling backwards into the end zone for a safety. Take another look. His own lineman stepping on his foot cuts Seattle's 3-point lead to just 1. Atlanta capitalizing. Matt Ryan shuffling out of the pocket. 14-yard pass to a wide-open Tevin Coleman makes it a 19-10 lead. Fourth quarter, more Falcons. This time, Mohamed Sanu on the receiving end of a back shoulder fade. Seahawks hard to overcome 2 offensive turnovers. Their season is done. Atlanta wins 36-20. On to New England, where it's Texans and Patriots, and Dion Lewis following an early Houston field goal. The Patriots running back taking it 98 yards the other way, helping an offense that really needs no help scoring. Lewis makes it a 14-3 lead for New England. In the second quarter, another chance for Lewis. Can he do it twice? No. Instead, Lewis fumbles near the 20, gives Houston the ball inside the 15. Kind of went the other way on that one. And on the ensuing possession, the Texans convert Osweiler to wide open tight end C.J. Fedorowicz. This game is now winding down. Patriots in control, 34-16 in the fourth quarter. Well, it was a busy week for MLB front offices, teams trying to avoid arbitration with certain players heading into the weekend. And in Tampa, the Rays have locked in 2 of their young stars for at least another year. Outfielders Kevin Kiermaier and Corey Dickerson have signed 1-year deals for around $3 million apiece. A 2-time Gold Glover at just 26, Kiermaier's pay will be a significant raise from the $500,000 he earned last year. At the plate, Dickerson set career highs in extra base hits last season, while Kiermaier set a new career mark in stolen bases with 12, and both players matched or exceeded career highs in home runs. This season kicking off for the men's and women's senior national lacrosse teams over at IMG Academy earlier today. Team USA taking on some top college programs for the spring season premiere. USA playing the Florida Gators and Notre Dame Fighting Irish. For the women's team, it's a warm-up for the World Cup that'll be happening later this year.
The women's team, it's excitement and nerves. They've been playing together really for the last 4 years. In a week or so, U.S. Lacrosse will announce that final roster, and to represent the United States in international competition is the greatest honor you can have as a lacrosse athlete.
The USA men's team will be in training all year to prep for their World Cup in 2018. More to come here on ABC 7. Stay with us.
Your daughter just had her first breakup. Do you A, put yourself in her shoes? B, console her.
Don't worry, sweetie. This is gonna happen a lot.
Or C, find her a new boyfriend.
Nice single boys. That was weird.
As a parent, there are no perfect answers. But you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
On the next Black Almanac.
The Director Office of Government Ethics, in a letter to Senate Minority Leader Charles Schumer and Senator Elizabeth Warren, condemned the GOP for scheduling several committee hearings who have not completed the ethics review process. Undue pressure has been created on agency ethics officials to rush through these important reviews.
Sunday morning at 7:30 on ABC 7. The official Suncoast Storm team at ABC 7. We're here for you.
Are you considering joint replacement or revision surgery? Consider this. Dr. Edward Stolarski has performed thousands of successful joint replacement procedures and trained surgeons from all over the world. Using advanced technologies, Dr. Stolarski is able to perform some of the most complex surgeries.
I wish I knew about Dr. Stolarski much sooner.
After the surgery, I don't have any pain. It's like I've got a 16-year-old hip.
My name's Ed Stolarski. What I really do is I give people back their life.
Schedule a consultation today.
I knew I could get myself out of this. I just needed some hope and some help.
I took the first step to recovery when I made the call.
If you're depressed, drinking, and using drugs, you may need help.
And the Affordable Care Act guarantees coverage of substance abuse.
Call the Addiction, Hope, and Helpline now for a free assessment.
I had problems just getting to sleep, drinking and using pills every night.
I feel like I'm losing control. I'm afraid I'll lose my job or even my family.
Are you losing hope? You can recover and get back on track. Call now for hope and help with proven, gentle recovery programs.
I never thought that I could be somebody who didn't drink and use drugs.
I have something to hold on to for strength. I'm in recovery, getting the help I need.
Call the Addiction, Hope, and Helpline now for a free assessment with someone who cares.
Call 1-800-764-8708. That's 1-800-764-8708.
Visitors to Legoland, Florida can become ninjas as part of a new ride where hand motions are detected and skills are put to the test. The ride officially opened up this week at Legoland's Winter Haven Park. The ride interprets passengers' hand movements and transforms them into 3D projectiles that can blast evil skeletons, ghosts, and other computer-animated bad guys. In San Diego, a dermatologist will now be offering tattoo removal discounts to disgruntled San Diego Chargers fans. The move following this week's announcement that the NFL team is considering a move from San Diego to become Los Angeles' second NFL team. The move comes with a new logo as well. That was also released earlier this week, and neither announcement is really sitting well with the fans out there. Yeah.
Well, you had an announcement earlier that isn't sitting well with us either.
The circus.
The circus is over.
Yeah, devastating.
Yeah.
Our identity here in Sarasota.